Good morning. It's Wednesday, May 25th, 2022. My name is Terry Morgan. We're here to practice Xingyi's 12 Animals. We have some new movements that I've introduced this week. We're going to do a little bit of refinement to those movements this morning. And I'm also going to talk just a little bit, yeah, it's me, about using what we're learning. And I'm going to keep it real short. And the idea that we can use these arts, that there are applications, that it's some martial art, all right, is fundamental to what we do. And the philosophy behind that is even more important. And that is that we don't look to do harm. We don't. If you're going to advance in the arts, if you're going to seriously advance, okay, I don't care who you are, I don't care where you are, looking to do harm, you will never advance. Won't happen. Won't happen. Because just like that idea of blockage, that idea of calming the mind, opening the mind, developing the internal energy, developing the skill, requires that openness, requires us to look at how we move, what we're thinking about, how we approach something. The level of advancement if you're looking for a way to do harm to people, animals, any other living creature, any other living thing, you're looking to do harm, you're never going to get beyond here. This whole level of advancement that goes on and keeps going, it ain't going to happen. You can't get there. It doesn't happen. The skill that we're really looking for, and I'm in the context of Xingyi, the mind, mindfulness, the ability to see clearly, to be honest with yourself. Even if you're not going to be honest with other people, you got to be honest with yourself, right? You do. That all of this can't happen. You might gain some physical skills, you might gain some particular techniques. You can advance. You can. And the kinds of things that carry that advancement, that person will never understand. It's not there. And I've said this before, and I'm on video, so anybody's watching. In person, there are people who I will not teach. And they wouldn't want to learn from me in the first place. And if they did, and they were asking me questions, they would never be able to see half of what I can do. I'm still here, I'm still the same person, they wouldn't be able to see it. That skill comes from the heart. Being able to see clearly, comes from the heart. Shin in Chinese. 不是一, just shin. And someone who's only interested in doing harm has no heart. They can't. They can't. And again, somebody's looking to do harm to other people, I'm not interested. I'm not. The only thing I'm interested in would be to step in between and stop them. That's who I am. So this practice, as we pay attention to what we're practicing, how we're practicing, what we're doing in our practice, one of the underlying layers that goes with is this idea that I'm not going to seek to do harm, period. I don't want to seek to do harm. I don't want to look for it. Let me go see what I can. No. That's wrong. Let me go take care of what I'm doing. And oh, wait a minute. No. This, don't do that to this person. That is fine. Excessively, don't do it, but to a certain part. The perspective and the skills that we should develop, look at yourself first. Seriously, look at yourself first. I get a mirror. I got a mirror up over here. Get a mirror. Look at yourself first. Work on that. Keep working on it. Look for opportunities, and I'm going to be real generic in this. Look for opportunities to do good. Is there something you could do that would change the way somebody else feels, the way somebody else responds, the way somebody... Let me open that door for you. Wow. Let me put this in a nice envelope for you and present it to you. Respect. Yes, exactly. And that little tiny thing could change the outcome of so many other things. It could. It's not platitudes, it's not facetious, it's real. Try it. Do something. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're going about doing. Smile at somebody who looks a little overworked. Say thank you, an extra time. That's it. Hold the door for somebody. Take a step back. Hey, go ahead. Right? Little bitty thing that could have a huge impact somewhere else. We work with this principle all the time in our practice. Little change, just this much, can make all the difference. Feet about shoulder width apart, basic stretch. Hands at your sides, fingers. Bend the knees, wiggle the toes, shoulders down, pull up through the crown of the head, and circle the front. Back around to both sides, up along center line. Reach out. And again. One more time. Fingertips reach up. Elbows drop down. Wrists, hands return to your sides. One of the things that we pay attention to in all of our forms, in all of our practice, is that fine detail, the little bitty things. All right, these small movements give us the ability to see what's coming, so we can counter it, get out of the way, we can not be there, right? That skill, we're going to pay a little bit of attention to that this morning. The skill carries over to more than just our practice here. So it's this anticipation, right? What we're working on this week that series has several things that we anticipate, right? All of our forms do. It's not unique to this. So, for example, as I step up here, I'm anticipating that I'm going here. I know that's what I do in a form. I know that's what I'm doing in this form, right? This is here, Bang Chuan. I can step here and I could step out with Bang Chuan. I can step here and I can step out with Bang Chuan on this side. I can come here, I can come up here, Pao Chuan. Right? There's a couple things I could do. What am I going to do next? Right? I'm going to anticipate that just a little bit. Not so much that it disrupts what I'm doing now. So I'm paying attention to what I'm doing next. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing now. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing now and anticipate what I'm going to do next so I can get there. Particularly when I'm moving a little bit faster, you have to know where you're going, right? How do I get from point A to point B? This refinement. And I'm going to do this a couple of times here. Just this move. right here. Again. And again. What did I have to do to get from here to here? I'm here. I had to shift my weight onto my left foot so I can pick up my right. I had to open my arms. I got to bring this arm through this way and this arm over this way, right? And if I bring it down with a little more force, a little harder, a little heavier, right? So this, how much force, how hard, how heavy, there's a difference there. There is. There's a difference that is visible and can be felt. And feeling on the video is real hard, but it's there. If you're in the room with me, you can feel it. What do I need to do from this? What's my transition? What's next? What am I going to anticipate here? That's what we're working on. I could do that. At the moment, I've almost completed current move. I'm looking at the transition for the next move. And you think about this if you take the thought process and you slow it way down. So this is normal right here. And I'm going to slow it way down so that you now see all of the frames in the video, each one by one. As we do that, we pay attention to the small movement, right? So from here to here, what is the first thing? What is the first thing that you see that would give you some idea of what I'm going to do next? Right there. That was it. That's it. That was it. Right there. I shifted my weight. It's the first thing that I have to do, and everything else depends on that. If I don't shift my weight, that move is not going to happen. I might be able to do something else, not that one. Watch again. I'm here. Right there. That's it. Little bitty. Little bitty things. As I pay attention to my opponent, to what's going on around me, what do I see in the movement of other people? What do I see? How does this? I'm walking down the street, and there's someone coming toward me. Okay? That person is arrogant and full of themselves, has no clue about anybody else. It's all, look at me, here I am, get out of my way, I'm coming through. Right? Now, there's part of that we have in our Xingyi practice. I'm going. Walking down the street, to try and avoid that person. Because I'm going to see that. That person's not going to see me. I'm going to see them. I'm going to, I know. Yeah, I'm going to go this way. I don't want to be over there. Alright? Another person walking down the street. This person's anxious and fearful. They're looking. Something's wrong. I'm insecure. Uncomfortable. You can see it. You can see it in the way the person moves. More aggressive. More relaxed. Uncomfortable. Something's wrong. Right? These little things give us how to manage whatever it is that's going on. Here's my situation, here's what I've got around me, here's what I have to deal with. What do I do? What do I do? The person that is fearful, is it just because they're fearful? Is there some threat that maybe, hey, maybe you go over here and have a cup of coffee, I'll buy you, or have some tea or a beverage, I'll buy it for you, and you just sit here and relax yourself for a few minutes, and it'll all be better, and you'll feel better. Yeah, take care. Bye. Even that simple thing could make an incredible change for that person. Okay? The arrogant, huff and puff. I don't do huff and puff, and I don't like huff and puff. Okay, so huff and puff, have a good time. All right, that sense of how this person interacts, how this person is approaching others, and what is going on underneath with this person very often is visible from the way that they move. Absolutely 100% there. And it's not, you have to be a little bit discerning about this, but it's there. This is the same sort of thing that an actor will use to develop a character. Okay? I'm an actor. This is a character. This is another character. As an actor or a writer, what does this character say? What does this character do? Who is this character? How does this character interact with other people? This is a different character. What does this character do? What is it? Right? That sensibility. Who is this? Gives us part of the physical movement that lets us know what's going on over here. We refine that the 100-fold in the martial arts to be able to see and anticipate what an opponent is going to do next, so that we not only see it and anticipate it, we can counter it before it happens. In the classics it says, if my opponent does nothing, I do nothing. If my opponent moves, I move first. You ready? I am. You didn't see it. Let me do it again. Ready? No? Still didn't see it. That's my point. That's my point. Alright, when I shifted my weight, aligned my body so that I have this side of my body able to do something going this way. I had this part, my torso, well supported over my left leg so that my left arm could do something as well. Right? And I was ready. I could easily shift back to the right. I'm ready. That ability as well as the skill to see the change is part of what we want to develop. Understanding the shape of the form, right? And I'm slowly with me. Understanding the shape of the form. So, set back, P1, in, and circle. What shape is this? Where are my hands? Where's my elbow? Where's my arm? Look at my left arm. See where the elbow rounds? No? No? Yes. You see the circle? Right here? Circle? No. Yes. Why not? It's kind of an invitation. This is not. That difference in the shape makes all the difference in whether or not you can use the movement and whether or not you are opening yourself up to something you probably don't want. How do I know? How do I know? Where are my arms? A little bit of space between the upper arm and the upper chest. A little bit of space, not a lot. It's not out here. Okay? It's a little bit. There's space. Elbows are a little bit rounded. Right? Hand position here. I'm not that far outside my own torso. That shape gives me some opportunities. This shape doesn't. All of this is open. Now it's not. Yeah. Right? The sink and twist should be there. Need a little more practice, right? That idea, turn here and turn here. I talked about quite a bit yesterday, this Turning the waist, using the lower dantian, using the hips from inside, not out here and not from back here. Inside the hip. Here's your hip, top of the hip bone, middle of the hip bone. Take the middle, bring your hands around, go about, I'm going to say 3 inches in. So if you could take your fingertips and just push them through, up to your hand. So, right about here. On the inside, that's where you control your hip. Physical control, we have controls for that. We don't use them very often, but they're there. All right, this is part of what we want to be able to do. That anticipating, what am I going to do next? Sink, twist. As I start the next step, if I want to do this smoothly, I have to anticipate that I'm going to do the skip. I have to anticipate that. I can't just sit there and think, well, yeah, I'm going to do something, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got to drop my weight, drop the weight into the right leg, open the left, push from the back as I skip. And we're back to the error message. I worked on it. I did. I worked on it. A little bit more bandwidth would be just so nice. Just a little bit bigger pipe. Just don't trample on the connection. Hang on a second. I should just bring my glasses in here and let them sit. Alright, hang on a second. Alright, so the technical thing, there's something that's running in the background that gets triggered on a timer apparently, and or the buffer's getting full. I've cleaned the machine and I reset the automation stuff, and it's still not quite there. The bandwidth issue, I have a really lousy speed connection, and if I could get the 10 instead of the junk that I got, I'd be alright. It'd be okay, because the background process could run, it wouldn't trample my live stream, it'd be great. Well, we're sorry, we don't offer that service in your area right now. Thanks. So, I'm going to do my best. I worked on it this morning, I'll work on it again in a little bit. This shift in connection seems to help. It shuts down whatever process it is, and forces it to stop, and then I get my live stream back. Yay! Alright, back to where I was. I'm here. If I don't anticipate that I'm going to step forward and skip, jump, it ain't going to happen. The dynamic that allows me to do this requires that I go. Really, I have to go. You have to go. If you're not paying attention, if you're not anticipating that I'm going to go, right? I'm here. What am I going to do? I don't know. All right, I'm going to step. Right? I'm going to step. Well, no. Right here. Sink first. Here I am getting ready, sink onto that back leg, then step, then go. That, and it's back. So, hang on a second. Hang on. Hang on. And now we're back. Okay, here we go. I'll work on it some more today. I will. I promise. I'll work on it some more today. All right, back to where we were. One more time. Fingers crossed. As we move through each of the forms, right? The idea that we have to anticipate here. If I'm stuck here, if I'm just going to hold this position, I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'm going to do something. Oh yeah, okay, I'm going to step and cross my hands and put this back, and then I'm going to open. Okay. It's fundamentally correct, right? There's no energy in it, there's no dynamic to it, but yeah, it's correct. That step through, if you're trying to figure out what to do, very good method. I'm here. Yeah, this one. Now this one. Come around. This has to be here. And this opens. Okay. Right? Walking through it. I know what I'm supposed to do now. I've walked through it several times. I know what I'm supposed to do. Now it's time to do it. That anticipating should be anticipating the error message to come back. It did. Here. I knew where I was going. I knew what I was going to do to get there. I moved into the movement and I did it. That little bit, not a lot. I'm not paying so much attention to what I'm going to do that I leave out or don't pay enough attention to what I'm doing. Both of them need to be there. I need to be able to see that small movement. Where's the change? Where do I... Where's the change? Here. That was it. That's it. A little bit. Drop the weight into the sustaining leg so you can move the working leg. Here. Sink, step, close, open. Right? Don't leave this out. In anticipate, this, what am I doing? I also have to anticipate where I'm going. How far am I going to go? Where's my step, right? So as I'm here, where's my step going to go? One more time. A little bit different. A little bit longer step. If I was moving through the entire form, if I wasn't starting from here, right? If I was starting here, I'm a little bit more dynamic to go with the moves, right? I can bring all of that energy, all of that effort into the form. Okay, and just because what I just did may be a little bit blurry on the live stream, it's not going to be as blurry on the recording. I wish I didn't have this problem. I did. The use of that kinetic energy in what we're doing is something that we absolutely want to pay attention to, and it's part of this refinement that as I look at the small movement, I can anticipate what I'm going to do, and I can begin to see what someone else might do. How much of what I just did were you able to anticipate? You knew what I was going to do, right? We've just been practicing this. How much of it did you anticipate? From my posture and from knowing, so that knowing, you've seen it before. You know what comes next. I've been beaten up on that all morning. What comes next? You're able to anticipate what I was going to do, and if you were in the same room with me, you would have been able to step aside, move out of the way, right? I don't have to be there when she arrives. I can be somewhere else. That idea is one that we do want to pay attention to. And it's part of that anticipation, part of being able to see what's coming. What's coming? Right? What's coming? Different question, different posture, different position. That sense of what might be next gives us both the facility to move. We can anticipate what we're doing. We know I'm going to go from here to here. I need to go through this position. I need to go through that position. How do I get there? We can anticipate that. And through that process of learning, we learn to see Technology. I like technology. Sometimes. This morning, not so much, but I do like technology. Alright, so we have, while I've got the connection going here, the kinds of things that I'm talking about are pervasive in all of what we do. They'll be repeated, and for the folks that are trying to follow my movements, there will be, as I've got with some of the other stuff that I've done, and need to get out there so you can see it, recordings of all of this, which are not live streamed, which don't have the choppiness, and which will have a little bit better video. All right, this is I would like to have the the fancy studio. I don't, but here we are, and we're going to keep going. This back to the anticipating, right? I'm anticipating there's going to be a problem with the computer again. I'm going to try it. This idea of where am I going? What am I doing? How do I get there? Right? In the second part of what we're working on right now, right? We're here. First part, here. Tron, bone. This series please wait. Okay, it's there and it's gone, and it's there and it's gone. Something is going on with the computer. I'm going to go look for it again and see if there's something I can do to fix it. The biggest problem that I have is the bandwidth, like I said. And there it goes again. For lack of a better way to say it, the Microsoft takeover of the system to go look for updates is part of the problem. And again, if I had the bandwidth better than the really old junk that I've got, it wouldn't be a problem, but it is. And that's just anticipating, right? Anticipating. If I had this other thing over here wouldn't be a problem. I don't have this. What do? I deal with the problem. I don't know. Figure it out. This approach is exactly the same as what we use in anything that we might do in the arts. The bulky guy, hey, I'm great and wonderful, get out of my way. That guy, I really am going to try and not be there. I don't want it. The ability to anticipate, the ability to see that. I'm going to do this again. I'm better than everybody. I'm so great. Get out of my way. Right? Same attitude. Not quite as obvious, but the same attitude. The body body, the way the person moves, the way they carry themselves, that's the attitude, right? Get out of my way, I'm better than you. I don't want to meet that person anyway, so, all right, cool. Being able to anticipate that, the same as here. Matters in our practice and in anything that we might do. I can see this, I'm going to avoid it. I can see this coming and I'm going to help it leave. Right? Those would be my first two choices. As we move into the next couple of moves, and the error message bothers me. It does. I mean, one more time. All right, and it's, I wish, still wishing, I'm wishing. All right, we're going to finish up this morning, and I'm going to take another look at what I might be able to do to correct what is going on here. It comes and it goes, and there's got to be a way. I'm gonna find it. The better bandwidth. Oh, if I could get cable, it'd be great. If I could get cable, it'd be great. It'd problem be gone. It wouldn't be a problem. No money, and they don't run cable to my house, so. I'm here, step up, down, step through, step up, hung chuan. All right, this idea again, anticipating what I'm going to do next. I'm here, and I'm going to step forward. This foot comes down. At this moment, I know that my weight is going onto my right leg because I'm going to step with my left. Left is down, step, and step close, right? So, from here, hung chuan. That footwork matters. The weight change matters. And we're paying a little bit more attention to that in this move because of what comes next. I'm here, step up, here. That right leg, making sure that it's ready. Right here. Right leg has to be ready. Punch, up, down. Left fist, right foot. As I step through, hung chuan. Bang chuan. Ready on the left, sink into the left because the right comes up. And then it goes down. That series comes from here. Circle. Right here. That's circle. And it's back. Alright, there is definitely something going on with the machine. I apologize. I do. I don't. Magic wand, wave it over the machine, make the error stop. Choo. Yeah, no. Okay. Slow it down. This is the last piece. This circle right here. It's not pull it in, out, in, out, in, out, in. That circle matters. The idea that there's this little bitty circle right here. And it's not a big circle. It's a little bitty circle. It's not here. It's here. That difference in the way that we move makes all the difference in being able to perform this movement reasonably well at speed. Without that circle, this draw back, draw back, draw back, draw back, go, draw back, go, this straight line approach doesn't give us the momentum, doesn't give us the kinetic energy that we have otherwise. Okay. Circle. And you could drop a speed bag at this level and do this. And it would be reasonably correct. We want the extension for Bong Chuan, the dynamic behind it, with this idea of continuous motion. So from here, from here, Bong Chuan, step in Bong Chuan, 1, 2, right? Step up, step in, 1, 2, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And you could still be going forward, except that in this form, we're going to turn around and go the other way after this. Right? Here. That's what's next. I've been doing it over in this direction, right? Here. Come around. And I'm going to cover both the jump and this turn that I just gave next week. I'm going to work on the computer. Fingers crossed I will be able to find what's going on with the live stream problem and get it corrected. I did some things I want to say and I'm not going to say them. I'm going to try and fix it. Alright? I'm just going to try and fix it. I appreciate you bearing with me on the technical issues today. I appreciate all of the patience for the technical stuff and not being able to get what needs to be there. I am going to work on it. Tomorrow, fingers crossed, I will have a better solution. And Friday, the same. Qigong, basic sets tomorrow, Friday, advanced sets. Next week, we'll have this turn and the next few moves. One more week, maybe 2 more weeks of Xingyi. I'm gonna call it at 2 more weeks. So next week and the week after. And we should be mostly finished with this form. I may take the 3rd week, I may take 3, to review a little bit. I may decide that I'm going to take that review offline and create a video for that review so that we don't have the streaming issues. I'm going to look at it. So, give or take 3 weeks, we're going to finish the Xingyi form, and we'll be starting Bagua. Thank you for being here. I hope you'll join me.